Next to video 3. Now auto catalysis. So autocatalysis mean in some chemical reactions, one of the formed product to act as catalyst. For example, the oxidation of oxalic acid by K2 potassium permanganate in the presence of sulfuric acid. In the presence of sulfuric acid, it forms potassium sulfate and also manganese sulfate and also carbon dioxide plus water. So in this case, manganese. This is a manganese ion. Manganese ions. Manganese plus 2 ions formation, the rate of reaction increases. So this is act as autocatalysis. Autocatalyst. Catalyst. So in some reactions, one of the formed product only catalyze the reaction. That means up to formation of this product rate is slow. The reaction is going with slowly. But after formation of that particular product, the rate of the reaction increases. So here manganese sulfate or manganese plus 2 ions act as catalyst. After formation of manganese plus 2 ions, the rate of the reaction increases. And one more reaction is example 1, example 2. So the hydrolysis of ester. You see. So this is methyl acetate. Then in the presence of the when added to the water, it forms acetic acid and also methanol. Acetic acid and methanol is formed. This formed acetic acid releases H plus ions. That H plus ions can be catalyze the reaction. So here acetic acid is the autocatalyst. So before formation of acetic acid, the rate of the reaction is slow. But after formation of this acetic acid, the formed acetic acid releases H plus ions. This H plus ions should be speed of the reaction. So it is the autocatalyst. So now enzymes, if you see enzymes. So enzymes are biocatalysts in biological catalysts. So these are the generally proteins only, biocatalysts. So they can be active at these are active at 27 to 25 to 37 degrees Celsius. At this temperature they are actively work. And also pH range is between 5 to 7. Slightly basic, weakly acidic medium. Weakly acidic. In this medium, these biological catalysts are actively works. So these biological catalysts, you know that very specific. In particular catalyst can be particular enzyme. The enzymes are catalysts. This particular enzyme can be reacted particular reactant only. For example, if you take C12H22O11, so this can be catalyzed by the invertase. So invertase gives glucose and fructose. So particular enzyme can be catalyzes the particular reaction. Similarly, if you take that glucose, if you take glucose will be gymase enzyme. In the presence of gymase enzyme, it can be split into ethanol and carbon dioxide. So gymase enzyme can be catalyzes the glucose into alcohol and CO2. Invertase enzyme like this. So similarly, that the catalyst, some catalyst, if you see, starch can be catalyzed by the diastase enzyme, and also some maltose enzyme is catalyzes maltase, and also that urea can be urease enzymes. So next to if you see colloids. Next to colloids. So generally colloidal solutions are heterogeneous solutions. Heterogeneous. So the range is 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometers, or 1 millimicron to 1 micron. So the range of colloidal particles is in between them. So if you see these colloids are generally, if you classified, there are many classifications based on the physical states. Physical states. So they have different classification. We know here colloids. So in the colloids, so in the true solutions, you know that in the true solutions, there is a solute plus a solvent. Solute and solvent is there. So solute and solvent. So solute is the minor quantity and solvent is the major quantity. So similarly in colloidal solutions, the solute equal to dispersion phase, and the solvent equal to dispersion medium. So always solute how spread dissolved in the solvent. Similarly dispersion phase dispersed in dispersion medium. So minor can be dispersed in a dispersion medium. Next to the types of colloids, if you take based on the physical state of dispersion phase and dispersion medium, there are 8 types. 8 types. They are solid in solid, solid in gas, solid in liquid, liquid in liquid, liquid in solid, liquid in gas, and gas in solid, gas in liquid. But gas in gas type, gas in gas, not forms colloidal solution, is the true solution. True solution, but not colloidal solution. But not colloidal solutions, because in gas type the colloidal particles are, sorry, the solute particle size is equal to true solutions. That means less than 1 nanometer, less than 1 nanometer. So if less than 1 nanometer, they form true solutions. True solutions. For example, in the atmosphere, nitrogen is more quantity, that is 78 percentage by volume, and also if you see oxygen is 21 percentage only. So oxygen distributed in the nitrogen, that is forms homogeneous. True solutions are homogeneous but not heterogeneous. So gas in gas type is a true solution but not a colloidal solution, because of the size range is less than 1 nanometers. So some examples of the colloids, if you see, for example, blood. So how blood is formed? In this blood, the dispersion phase and dispersion medium, if you see, the solid state, albuminated, albuminated albuminated particles distributed in water plus salt solution. So here water salt solution is present. In that salt solution, this solid state albuminated particles are distributed, that is only blood. So dispersion phase is solid illuminated and dispersion medium is water. And next to smoke, if you take smoke, so smoke mean carbon solid carbon particles are distributed in the gas or air, distributed in the air. So this is also one of the. So now colloids, types, based on the attractions between dispersion phase and the medium. So that is lyophilic and lyophobic soles. So here also soles. So now if you see in this dispersion medium and dispersion phase are strongly attracted. There is a great affinity between them. More attractions are exist. Attractive forces are more. But here dispersion medium and dispersion phase are weak attraction. The attractions are weak. So these are called solvent hating, these are called as solvent loving. So lyophilic are very stable, these are stable souls, these are unstable souls. So these can be weakly observed by the ultra microscope. We can't easily observe by ultra microscope. These can be easily observed, and also they can be shows less Tyndall effect, shows weak Tyndall effect, Tyndall effect, and they can be shows very good Tyndall effect, good Tyndall effect. So here the colloids and their properties, if you see, first preparation. So preparation method, so the important is Briggs arc method. Briggs arc method or disintegration method. This is also called disintegration method. In this method, the metal which should be the metal which sole you want to prepare, that should be that metal rods should be stuck into the dispersion medium solution. So this is the dispersion medium is kept in this container, dispersion medium. So the metal sole, if you want to prepare gold sole, you have to take gold metals, gold electrodes. If you want to prepare silver sole, you have to keep silver electrodes. So these are the respective metal electrodes, and they are act as electrodes. They are connected to the battery, and this total arrangement kept in the ice bath. This is the ice bath. So in Briggs arc method, these metals, when electric discharge is passed, these metals can be vaporized, and those vapors are cooled because of ice bath. Again, they fell into the dispersion medium and spread in the dispersion medium and forms soul. So this is the Briggs arc method, the important one. Next, peptization. Peptization. So peptization mean one of the formed product precipitate in the chemical reaction, precipitate PPT formed converted into colloid. PPT formed converted into colloid by adding of electrolytes and some stabilizers. This electrolyte added is called a peptizing agent. Peptizing agent.